Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a time. Flight quarterback. The way the game is played.
3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4. Here's Oliver. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here come the Falcons, and at the helm, their starting quarterback since the day he was drafted back in 2008. Their all-time leading passer, Matt Ryan.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
A run with Gurley there on first down. Going to get about 4 yards. The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 14 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
First down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Ryan going to get this complete to Hurst. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
And the Falcons.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing again, Ryan.
34-yard line.
To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Leading the Packers offense out here, the same man who has been doing so since 2008. That's the great Aaron Rodgers.
A lot of people thought the Packers might struggle a bit in 2019, but that was not the case. 13 wins, a trip to the NFC Championship game, and they were led by their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, who led their team to a Super Bowl title after the 2010 season. And many thought that was the first of what would be many more. So precise with the football. 26 touchdown passes last year and just 4 interceptions. He knows how to get it downfield and still take care of it as well. Good catch by Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and that's something that his teammates needed to see and something he needed for himself. They call him MVS, and they want him to become an MVP type of a receiver. Speed to burn. He can stretch the field. They just need him to be as dependable catching the ball as we saw there throughout the season.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 16 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
He's the #2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to #1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 9 at the Falcons' 46-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Falcons 3, Packers nothing.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers steps away to his left. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On first down, Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
That's another Packers first down.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Oliver. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And the Atlanta Falcons ready to get the football back. And this is a team that has struggled to start the year 0-3. Weeks 2 and 3, just devastating losses. This last one at the hands of the Chicago Bears, 30-26 after leading 26-10. Of course, week 2, they had the big fourth quarter lead over Dallas and lost it. So a stat that has to be really troubling, Charles. It's the first time in NFL history that a team has blown leads of 15 or more points in the fourth quarter of back-to-back games. So if you're Dan Quinn and company, where do you go from here?
Well, the hard part is everyone's also reminding you about the Super Bowl that you blew up 28-3. That goes into it because it's the same coaching staff and essentially the same football team. Where can they go from here? Well, they have hope because the division, no one's running away with it right now. Tampa's at 2-1, Carolina, New Orleans at 1-2. But how do you get this team to believe as they did in the second half of last year when they rallied and played much better down the stretch? How do you get them to do it starting this week? And by the way, they're at Green Bay this week. Then they're home for Carolina, who just beat the Los Angeles Chargers. Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up second.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
And 10 yards.
That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Again, Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Hayden Hurst, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
But the Green Bay Packers coming back out here. And, Charles, this is a crew that's 3-0 now on the year. Hard-fought victory on Sunday night, 37-30, as Aaron Rodgers outdueled Drew Brees and the Saints in the Superdome. And that offense, boy, through 3 games really clicking. In fact, they put up 122 points. That's the most through the first 3 games in the Packers franchise history.
And as hard as it is to believe at this point, remember when Matt LaFleur got the job in Green Bay, partner? A lot of people wondering if he was the right choice. You remember that? They're like, are we sure about this guy? But including postseason now, he's 17-4 as the head coach of the Packers. If this keeps up, he's going to wonder what all the fuss is in Green Bay about Lambeau, Lombardi, and Holmgren because of the way he's playing. He's coaching this team. Now they go home for a date against the 0-3 Falcons. Early open date in Week 5 before one of the more anticipated games of the year. A trip to take on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. How much fun is that one going to be?
That is going to be a highlight, no doubt. Rodgers now on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will knot things up here late in the first half. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Off the play fake, here's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now Crosby for the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
And so far, he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To throw again on second down, Ryan. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was the Panthers who were able to come away with the home victory. 24-3 was the final. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. 24-21, the final score. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. 21-17, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own.
So here are the Packers now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Aaron Jones, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
They'll go again to Jones. Pushing through the contact. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Jones. That's good for a Green Bay Packer.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
2nd and 12.
Watch the slant. Right there. 54. Right there.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
That's a gain of 3. Brings
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the 2nd half now.
Well, Charles, let's step aside, different topic here for a second. Unfortunately, the NFL lost a legend earlier in this first month of the 2020 season. Hall of Fame running back Gale Sayers passed away at 77, and Sayers, the youngest man ever inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, was just 34 years of age when he got that honor back in 1977.
And a big reason why? He had to retire early. Only played 7 years in the NFL. But what a run before injuries really cut his career short. In fact, he played the equivalent of 4 full seasons out of those 7 that he played because of injuries. But he was first-team All-Pro 5 times, led the league in rushing twice, and still...
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
a loss of 6 yards. It's 2nd down.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Protection's certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the shotgun, Ryan to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Falcons send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
The 22-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Again, it's Jones. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
But that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys for moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
1st down.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On 1st down, Ryan. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Not much there, only a yard. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Ryan will throw again. Dumps it off to Gurley. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to face a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw again is Ryan. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Ryan able to get this to Gurley.
And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Here's Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Ryan to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan, and he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw.
Boy, how good has this defense been? Seemingly all.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. He's got daylight. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is up to 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So Ryan and the Falcons down by 2 touchdowns, 30 seconds to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down.
Let's go, dude. Get the
Back to the air, Ryan after the pick six. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Now Ryan on first down. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. 2nd and 10 now, Ryan. But it's going to be second down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Hayden Hurst, incomplete. It's 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. One last shot for Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half